Here is a question worth asking before you turn that ignition key today. Would you drive 3 hours in searing summer heat to reach a festival, without knowing that the RAC issued specific weather guidance for UK roads as recently as yesterday? Because tens of thousands of people are doing exactly that right now, on Sunday the 26th of July, 2026. Right across England and Wales, temperatures are climbing into the mid-20s Celsius, UV levels are sitting at Category 5 or above across many southern regions, and the roads are among the busiest they have been all summer. If you are heading out today, whether it is to catch the final day of Latitude Festival in Suffolk, making a long Sunday drive, or simply returning home after a weekend break, the conditions outside demand your full attention. Today on this channel, we are walking you through everything you need to know, the exact weather picture across the UK right now, the travel hotspots you need to avoid this afternoon, the health risks tied to today's UV levels that most people completely underestimate, and what the coming days are likely to bring. Let us get straight into it. Britain has been in the grip of a persistent high-pressure system through much of this July, pulling warm, dry air northwards from continental Europe and keeping the country largely settled and sunny for days at a stretch. The RAC published updated weather and driving guidance as recently as Saturday the 25th of July, specifically flagging the hazards that summer heat creates for both vehicles and drivers on busy holiday weekend routes. Tire blowouts become significantly more likely when tarmac surface temperatures are elevated well beyond ambient air temperature, braking distances can extend on sun-baked road surfaces, and driver fatigue sets in considerably faster when cabin temperatures rise above 25 degrees Celsius. Meteorologists monitoring the position of the jet stream have noted that the blocking high responsible for this warm spell has been unusually slow to migrate eastward, meaning the settled, warm pattern that has defined recent days is not clearing in a hurry. For anyone keeping a close eye on the UK forecast, the picture heading into the early part of the coming week looks broadly similar: warm, mostly dry, with the risk of localized thunderstorms developing over inland areas during the peak afternoon heating hours. Sundays in late July sit at the very peak of the UK's domestic travel calendar, and today is no exception. Families are returning from holiday lets in coastal resorts, festival goers are packing up campsites across Suffolk and beyond, and day trippers are squeezing every last hour out of the weekend before Monday looms. The result is predictable and measurable. Significant queues are already building on key arterial routes this morning. The A12 in Suffolk, which carries the bulk of traffic to and from Latitude Festival at Henham Park, is seeing above-average volumes. The M25 orbital, the M for westbound toward Wales and the southwest, and the A303 through Somerset are among the corridors where National Highways data consistently shows the heaviest Sunday afternoon congestion during the school holiday period. If you are planning to join any of these routes today, traffic management data suggests that departing before midday or waiting until after 7 in the evening gives you the best chance of avoiding the worst delays. Journey times on the most congested sections can run up to 3 times longer than normal during the peak afternoon window, so the timing of your departure genuinely matters. The RAC summer weather guidance, updated specifically for this weekend, highlights several points that drivers consistently overlook when planning journeys in warm conditions. The first is tire pressure. Heat causes the air inside tires to expand, and tires that were already sitting toward the low end of the recommended pressure range are at significantly greater risk of failure at motorway speeds. Check your pressures before you set off, particularly if the vehicle has been sitting in direct sunlight for several hours. The second risk is engine cooling. With the motorway network carrying higher volumes than usual today, stop-start conditions place extra load on cooling systems, particularly in older or higher mileage vehicles. If your temperature gauge climbs into the warning zone, pull over safely and allow the engine to cool before attempting to add coolant. The third risk, and the one the RAC flags most prominently, is driver alertness. Fatigue-related incidents rise during school holiday weekends as drivers push through long journeys without adequate rest stops. The Highway Code recommends a minimum break of 15 minutes for every 2 hours of driving. Keep water in the car, keep the cabin ventilated, and ask passengers to actively help you stay alert on long stretches. Today is the closing day of Latitude Festival 2026 at Henham Park in Suffolk. The event, which opened on Thursday the 23rd of July, draws to a close this Sunday, meaning tens of thousands of festival goers are converging on the same exit route simultaneously from mid-afternoon onwards. Time Out has published a full set time guide and ultimate guide to the weekend lineup, and if you attended, you will need to factor in both the local road network around Henham Park and the broader M11 and A14 corridors as the crowd filters back toward London, Cambridge, and the Midlands. Post-festival departure queues on routes like this can add 1 to 2 hours to journeys that would normally take under 30 minutes, so patience and good timing are essential. Separately, Bruno Mars has been performing at Wembley Stadium this weekend, with Time Out confirming stage times and last-minute ticket availability right through to Sunday. Post-concert dispersal from Wembley places considerable pressure on North and West London transport, affecting both the London Underground network and local roads around Brent and Harrow. If you are travelling in or near these areas this evening, build significant extra time into your plans. Here is the part of today's forecast that far too many people dismiss until the damage is already done: the ultraviolet index. In late July, the UV index across southern England regularly reaches 5 or 6 on a clear day, a level that the NHS classifies as moderate to high. At these levels, unprotected skin can begin to burn in as little as 20 minutes for fair-skinned individuals, and the risk does not disappear simply because the day feels overcast. UV radiation penetrates like cloud cover with remarkable efficiency. Today's skies across much of England and Wales are predominantly clear, making UV exposure a genuine and documented health concern for anyone spending extended time outdoors, whether at a festival, on a beach, in the garden, or watching outdoor sport. The NHS recommends applying sunscreen of at least SPF 30 to all exposed skin before heading out, reapplying every 2 hours and immediately after swimming or heavy sweating. Seek shade during the peak UV window of 11 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Wear a wide-brimmed hat and UV-blocking sunglasses. Protect children rigorously, because cumulative UV exposure in childhood is directly linked to increased skin cancer risk in later life. Dehydration is the second major health risk today. In ambient temperatures above 20 degrees Celsius, the body loses fluid considerably faster than most people realize. Carry water, drink consistently throughout the day, and check in on elderly relatives and young children regularly. Looking ahead from today, Sunday the 26th of July, 2026, the broad forecast pattern is one of continued warmth with growing uncertainty as we move into midweek. The high-pressure system that has anchored this warm and settled spell is expected to remain broadly influential through at least Tuesday, keeping temperatures above the seasonal average across the south and east of England and limiting cloud build-up overnight. However, meteorological models are increasingly signaling a rising risk of thundery showers developing from Wednesday onwards, particularly over central and northern England and across parts of Scotland. These would not represent a sudden or dramatic breakdown of the summer weather, but they would bring welcome relief to areas where ground conditions have become notably dry after weeks of limited rainfall. They also carry the standard warnings around flash flooding risk in urban areas, where drainage systems can be overwhelmed by intense but brief downpours. For anyone planning outdoor events, sports fixtures, or garden gatherings later in the week, Wednesday and Thursday are the key dates to monitor. The Met Office is expected to refine the midweek picture over the next 48 hours as confidence in the thunderstorm timing improves, so keep checking their website and app for updated guidance. So there is your complete picture for Sunday the 26th of July, 2026. A warm, mostly sunny day across much of the UK, with elevated UV levels demanding proper sun protection for anyone going outdoors, heavily congested roads across all major routes, and the combined departure pressure from Latitude Festival in Suffolk and a major Wembley weekend adding significant strain to travel corridors across East Anglia and London. The RAC's guidance from this weekend is worth repeating clearly: check your tyres before you set off, take a genuine break of at least 15 minutes for every 2 hours of driving, and never underestimate how quickly summer heat and driver fatigue combine to create a serious risk on busy roads. The NHS health message is equally direct and equally important: apply SPF 30 sunscreen, reapply every 2 hours, drink water consistently throughout the day, and respect what a UV index of 5 or 6 can do to unprotected skin in under 20 minutes. The roads will be at their most congested between 1 and 7 this afternoon, but with sensible timing and good preparation you can avoid the worst of it. If today's video has helped you plan your Sunday, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel so you never miss our daily UK weather and travel updates. Drive safely, protect yourself in the sun, and have a great Sunday.